My name's Winnie Bowl, and I'm from Cincinnati. I drove yesterday for 9 hours to be here. I really couldn't miss it. I was a little worried about the rain, but I knew I had to be here with all the other agnostics, atheists, secular humanists, and other logical thinking people, rational people. And it's great to be here. A lot of enthusiasm, and it's fun.
Jewish groups are angered by the irresponsible reports claiming that the movie Innocence of Muslims was financed by 100 wealthy Jewish donors. At the beginning, news sources like the Wall Street Journal and others reported that the film had been made by 52-year-old Israeli-American Sam Basile, but later evidence have proven that this was not the case. Federal officials now believe that the filmmaker is Nakula Basili. Believed to be a Coptic Christian, Nakula is already known by authorities because of an earlier conviction of bank fraud in 2009. Rob Eshman, who is the editor-in-chief of Jewish Journal based in Los Angeles, said that the movie contains many red flags and it is the media's job not to just parrot the story, but to really find out if it is true. Chastising the media, Mr. Eshman noted that initial news reports that it was Jews behind the film should never have been reported in the first place, as it feeds into people's prejudices. He went on to say that the movie looks like it was made with $29. The non-profit organisation known as Media for Christ, which raised over $1 million last year to Glow Jesus Light, was listed as the production company for the now infamous film Innocence of Muslims. Further evidence indicate that insurance salesman and Vietnam War veteran Steve Klein is the film's promoter. Klein has a long history of anti-Muslim activities, including forming many organisations such as Courageous Christians United, who protest outside abortion clinics, Mormon temples and mosques. He is also the founder of Concerned Citizens for the First Amendment, which preaches against the ideologies of Islam and publishes anti-Muslim propaganda. The Southern Poverty Law Center has labelled two of Klein's organisations as hate groups. Innocence of Muslims was reportedly shot over a couple of weeks in a warehouse that also serves as Media for Christ's office space. Leaders of the organisation have not spoken publicly about the movie or who is behind the financing of its production. Media for Christ reported spending $650,000 on TV recording production in 2011, but how much of that was spent on Innocence of Muslims is unknown. Chief electrician for the movie was Eric Moers, who said that this was the most unprofessional film I've ever worked on. He added that he didn't think anyone took the film seriously. Coptic Christians are an orthodox subgroup of Christianity that split from mainstream Christianity in Egypt during the 5th century, over 100 years before the formation of Islam. Today, they roughly make up 10% of Egypt's 80 million person population. Facing constant prejudice from the Egyptian Sunni majority, Copts must frequently deal with the violence, such as a January 2012 church bombing that killed 21 people, and other clashes and abuses, which have led the US Commission on International Religious Freedom to add Egypt to this year's list of worst religious freedom violators. So when it was discovered that the maker of the film Innocence of Muslims was a Copt, the Holy Synod of the Coptic Orthodox Church acted swiftly to distance itself from the movie. A statement hurriedly released by the Synod read in part, "The defamation of religion, its symbols and teachings is incompatible with Christian values. The teaching of Jesus Christ and its apostles as demonstrated in the Bible." The Synod then threw the filmmaker under the fatwa bus by concluding, "So those who participate in such a production, display or promotion of such films should be held fully accountable for operating outside of Christian principles and church laws." As new information becomes available, the story behind the Innocence of Muslims movie seems to be getting more and more complicated. Now, a Toronto, Ontario, Canada Coptic activist named Nada Fawzi, says he was surprised to find his name linked with the anti-Muslim production. The shock only got worse after he started receiving death threats. Furthermore, Egyptian clerics have now issued fatwa demanding that the Toronto man be beheaded. The Egyptian government has released a list of people it says are involved with the Innocence of Muslims video, but Mr. Fawzi said it is just a way of retaliating against the lawsuit he filed for the families of 22 Coptic Christian activists who died under police custody during the days of ex-President Hosni Mubarak. The single father of two went to police headquarters in Scarborough, Ontario, and asked for protection for his two daughters and himself. He said, "I am scared, number one, for my small kids. Each time they are leaving the home, I am calling them now like crazy." Another Egypt-born Canadian, Jacques Attala, is also seeking protection for the same reasons as Mr. Fawzi. Meanwhile, the Canadian Foreign Affairs Minister John Baird refuses to comment on the two men's case.
Atheist Roundtable, a gathering place for rational people.
Funny pictures and videos.
Profound atheist quotes.
The religious going crazy.
The latest news.
World domination.
Casual discussions.
Baby eating.
The ultimate forum for a lively dialogue. Come join the fun at atheistroundtable.com.